Okay, welcome to Bitrix24 Live. I'm Damien Edwards, Commercial Manager of Bitrix24 Gold Partners Interface. We're based in the UK and we have offices in New York and Dubai. With me, I have our Support Manager, Andy Naylor.
Hi guys, so we're going to be here for the next hour and we're going to be answering any questions that you may have on Bitrix24. Whether your questions are about the cloud version of Bitrix or the on-premise version of Bitrix, we have them both on screen so we can answer any questions that you may have. We're going to be here for the next hour. If you do have any questions that come to you in the week, please do send them on an email to sales@intraface.com and we can start each session off with those questions.
Okay, so we have a couple of questions that have come in on email. How can I see which of my colleagues are on Bitrix at any given time? I think you can do this in a few different... well, in fact, I mean, the way to see, I don't know if we go into someone's profile, so we're going to our demo site here. I mean, if you go into their profile, it should give you an indication whether they're online. Okay, so here we can see whether they're online or not. You will if there's a recent chat conversation with them, they'll appear in your chat bar on the right hand side. You'll also get an indicator over them to see if they're online as well. So we're on a demo site here, so none of these other users are online. This is the only online user. So I don't know if you go to employees, we'll probably get a list as well. So we'll look at this one. Okay, so we can see here in this list who's online. You can do a filter up here, find who you're looking for, probably search by different search views here. So you can search by extranet, or I don't think you can search by department, but essentially there's a couple of different ways. It will give you an indication, as with any other application. Most applications will be able to see if they're online or offline or absence, or
yeah, there's another one.
Set your own status, I think.
With the on-premise, I think you can have for online visitors here, so you can see for the on-premise version, it does come with a bit more in-depth analytics package to see where people are going, what's popular on the system. And if you go into the control panel, click on the web analytics. If you don't have that, just go into the settings and modules and you can install it, and then you'll be able to see the web analytics link on the left hand side. But you can see here this gives you the IP address and also tells you how long that the person's been online for as well.
Yeah, you get a full history then of user activities with the self-hosted edition. So there are some more advantages, and that IP address can be useful if you want to track. We say this a few times on this these sessions, but we have a client that has consultants that work on site at clients' offices, so they want to know which office are they at, and they can do that by tagging the IP address with a location, so it's quite useful. Not a standard feature, something that we developed custom for them, but a relatively straightforward thing to do if you've got self-hosted edition. Another question: is it possible to purchase extra storage without upgrading my package? You can't order storage on its own, I don't think. Let's have a quick look.
Yeah, not on the cloud version, can you? Obviously, if you've got the self-hosted version, then you can apply and expand your storage as you wish. But in the terms of the cloud packages there, you can see that even with the free account, you get 5 gig worth of online storage space. But you would have to switch to a different package. Switch to a different plan if you wanted to upgrade the amount of online storage space that you're given. So you can see it goes up 5, 10, 50, 50, 100, and then when you go to the professional, you get an unlimited online storage space.
Yeah, you can check as well, can't you? I think how much storage you've got, you're using and things. So. Can I change the widgets which are displayed on the right hand side of the activity stream? let's have a look. So if you go to the home page, then you do get a series of widgets here. So I can see, well, you go to the top, you can see up and coming events. These will be events that I'm invited to, workflows. So anything that I need to take action on are pending. So if I'm a manager and someone's requested leave or something like that, they'll appear in here, click through and approve those. My requests, if I submitted requests for things to other people and wait on response, they'll appear there. You can see a summary of your tasks, list of upcoming birthdays and things, and links to the apps. So you want to change these widgets. You can't change them as standard on the cloud edition. That is fixed, but you can on the self-hosted edition do some customization. So if we go into our extranet area of this self-hosted demo we have here, then you can see that we've put some custom banners in here. If I click on the self-hosted, you get the option to edit live on the page. You get an edit mode. If I switch into edit mode, and if I hover over one of these now, I can modify each of these. So change where the link goes to, change the image that we're using, and you can add additional ones onto there. So yeah, with the self-hosted you can. With the cloud you can't change these sort of things. So we do quite a lot of things, customizations for those sort of right-hand side banners for customers who've got self-hosted edition. It's quite straightforward as well to create your own, add your own, and reorder these as well if you want to do that.
Yeah, we had a question come in just asking for a little bit more information about the help desk. So for those of you that aren't aware, that on the on-premise version of Bitrix, then it does come with a help desk. And the help desk can be used internally, so people within your company can submit support tickets internally, so maybe IT problems or other issues such as that. And you can actually put it on your extranet as well. So if you've got an on-premise version, you can put the help desk on your extranet. And that allows you to then ask your clients to log in to your extranet and then submit support tickets via that method. So you can see we're on the extranet at the moment. On the left-hand side, we have a support link. If we click on this, then you can see all the tickets that have been submitted by this particular user that is logged in. So you can see there are quite a lot here. You can have a simple form, and you can customize this form however you wish to submit a ticket, and you can customize all the different options on here. You also have an option to create a support ticket via a wizard. So if you click on here, then you can have different options. So if I clicked on computer problem, it would then give me a customized form based on the option I selected previously. So you can see if I click on printer problem, you can see we have two different fields on the next step. And it's quite a good method to get the information that you require for the support request. So those are two methods that you can submit support tickets. The third is Bitrix on-premise comes with a mailbox facility. So you can email a support email address, so support@interface.com. You could email, and that would then create a ticket. Bitrix would first of all, though, check to see who the emails come from. If that email address is associated with a user, so our clients are on our system as extranet users, then it would check, and if it did exist, it would create the support ticket, and if it didn't, then it would reject it and not create the support ticket. But just a brief overview, in the control panel, we can go into the help desk module here, and as a support agent, this is where you can see all the tickets that have come in. We can create filters at the top here to determine if they're urgent, who they've come from, and then if you click into them, we can see a little bit more information about what the person has submitted. We can click on answer, and we can have predefined answers as well. So we can say, for example, if it's a common question, we can have, how do I change my notifications? Then you can see here we can have pre-filled answers. You can also tailor any responses that you want. And finally, what you can do as well is it automatically tracks the amount of time spent on the support tickets themselves. So if a support agent was to then respond to this, click on submit, click on save, then the person who originally created the ticket would get an email notification to say a support agent has replied to that particular ticket. So it is useful. You can create groups of people, groups of support agents to answer specific questions, types of tickets that have been submitted, and you can also set support levels. So it may be that some of your clients require responses within 6 hours compared to others that may only be 24 hours, and so on and so forth. So, and you're going to get a notification each time one of those periods passes. So it allows you to ensure that you're on top of all the tickets that have come in.
Yeah, let's put our contact details on the screen. So we are Bitrix24 Gold partners. We're in the UK, the USA and UAE, and we can provide a demo for you. So if you've got if you want a general demo of the system, we can do that. If you've got something specific you want to see, then we'll tailor a demo for you to show exactly those features that you're interested in. And we can do the full implementation service, including migration from your existing systems and any customization. We can provide training and ongoing support as well. Post your questions in the chat window if you have any questions. Is there a limit to the number of custom fields I can set in the CRM? So it's not a limit as far as I know to how many fields you can create in the CRM. Let's just go back and have a look. So if we go into the CRM, then if we go into a company, let's do that, and you can create custom fields here, add field, and then I can create a date field here, name, give it a name, and you can do as many of those as you want. So don't think there's any limit. Once you've created your fields, just cancel that one. You can then change the layout as well, so I can move them up change the order of the fields. You can move them into different sections. You can create these new sections here. If you scroll to the bottom of the page, you can add a section here, give it a name, and so you can categorize the information into groups, sections there. So I don't think there's any limits. I think some CRM providers have limits on how many fields you can create, or they'll charge by number of fields you can create. Bitrix doesn't work like that. Packages are based on a few different things, but generally charged by numbers of users. Although there are some variations within these blocks of plans, but generally by users. The top plan is unlimited number of users and unlimited number of storage space. But if you scroll down, you can see that there's a lot of other different features that are either available or not available on those different plans. So, but number of custom fields is not a criteria that is used as part of the pricing at all. So you can create unlimited number of fields.
Got a question. Can you explain what open channels in the contact center are used for? So Bitrix comes with a whole range of methods to generate leads, and quite a lot of these methods are in the open channels section. So you can see here we have the likes of live chat, Facebook comments, Instagram. These are all defined in Bitrix as an open channel. And what it means is that, let's just take Facebook for example. What you can integrate with Facebook is that if you connect your Facebook business page and a member of the public was to send you a message via Facebook, it would come through the open channel widget here. So you can see view open channel chat. Now if I was to click on this here, you would be able to see the message that somebody had submitted from Facebook in here. We can see we've got a live chat actual request in here. The message would come through. You can then decide whether you want to reply, or you can transfer to another member of the team. So if I wanted to click on reply to this, then I can have a one-to-one conversation with somebody that, in this case, is on live chat that's sat on their website. Or if it came from Facebook, we could have a one-to-one chat with somebody directly on your Facebook business page. So it does provide you with different methods of communicating and generating those leads inside Bitrix from a whole range of different methods and channels in here. So like I say, we have Facebook, which is one of the most popular ones, Instagram, as long as you've got an Instagram business account. Somebody was to comment on an Instagram post, then again it would come through the open channel widget up here with the image of the post that somebody has commented on, and you can respond to that comment directly from within Bitrix. So this contact center is proving a great way of generating those leads, interacting with your customers, and ensuring those communication rates that Facebook and Instagram look favorably upon, ensuring that you do keep on top of those. And I think, again, WhatsApp's a relatively new one that Bitrix has introduced. There's a lot of demand for it, and that allows you to then communicate with your contacts that are in the CRM using WhatsApp. And with this integration, it uses, for those of you who might not be aware, it uses the Twilio platform. And what that also allows you to do then is get the communication back into Bitrix. So if you were to send a WhatsApp message out to somebody in your CRM, they were to respond, it would then associate that message back into that contact. So it's a two-way method of recording those communications.
Yeah. If I use the CRM form, can this feed information into the CRM automatically? Yeah. If you go into CRM and into CRM forms, and we've got a couple of forms here we've created, so you can create a new form up here. Let's edit this one. I can add any fields that exist within these modules here, and then to build your form, and then you can specify what that form does. Click on the more down here, and in this case we've specified a lead, so it will automatically generate a new lead record. You can do something about merging and allowing duplicates if you want to do that, but yeah, it will create. Question being, can this feed information to CRM automatically? Yeah, it does. It will create a new record, or it can merge, and you can look. I guess it will use the unique email and telephone fields as those fields that it checks when it selects whether to merge or not. So yeah, it will automatically generate a lead for you inside the system. So leads can be generated from forms, and as we've seen, from all those different contact centers integrations that we have as well.
Yeah, we had a question just related to this, came through yesterday, and it was just with regards to the kind of CRM form be submitted and generate a PDF document. So you would have to do that in a method of, as Damien's just said, you would create the form, you would create a lead, and then if we go into the CRM and actually just have a quick look at one of the automation rules, is that you can click into here and then click on configure automation rules, And we can actually, for the employee, there is create CRM document. Now you would have to upload the template to start off with, but what you can have that do is you can have an order confirmation PDF generated, and you can populate the fields within that PDF document based on the fields that have been submitted via the form. So it's a great way of having automation in place. The form gets submitted, the lead gets created, and then the CRM document in order confirmation PDF gets automatically populated with the information that's been submitted in the form. So that's the way you would do that.
Okay, I have recently purchased a license. What training or support do you offer? So it depends who you're directing that question at. So if you've bought a cloud or self-hosted edition, you do get support included in that. So ticketing support. So I think, well, in fact, it's chat support now, isn't it? So, but essentially the same. You create you start a conversation and you wait for that to get a reply. I think it's within 24 hours. But that's the SLA. You'll get a reply within 24 hours. So you do get support. There is a lot of training documents available, especially on YouTube, but also built into the site. If you go into here, then there's a lot of videos and links and other documentation that you can use to help you inside there. If you want to work with a partner such as ourselves, then there are enhanced levels of support. Firstly, we have telephone support. So beyond sort of ticketing or chat, you can ring us up, and you'll get a dedicated support contact who will learn your business and what you're trying to achieve, and they'll be there to support you over the phone or via a screen share. And so that's available as an additional cost to your license from ourselves as a partner. And same thing, training. If you want training, we can do that as well. So if you want more in-depth training, if you've gone through these links here, but you want something bit more in depth, then we can do online training or training on site in your office. So there's some support and training built in with your license, and then there's those enhanced levels of support and training you can get through a partner. So post your questions. We've only got a couple of questions left, I think. So we'll continue until we run out of questions. There's our contact details if you want to send us any questions afterwards. We'll answer them next week. Or if you want to send to sales@Interface, if you want to send a question through, we can jump on a call with you potentially and do a demo of that that feature that you're interested in. So if you're new or considering Bitrix, or if you're an existing Bitrix user, then send those questions over to us. Is it possible to adapt a workflow such as the leave approval workflow? I would like to add extra approval stages. So it is possible to do that. Let's have a look. If you go into the activity stream, let's go to this one. Let's go into the activity stream. You go into your workflows here, and let's go to the workflows directory, and click on workflows up here, and find our leave approval request for leave. That's a custom one, leave approval. This will give you, this gives us a full log of all the actions performed on that workflow. Click into this drop down here, we can click into the workflow itself, and here it is. So that you want to add an additional approval. There's just one approval process, which is which is here, leave approval process. This is the approval process. If you want to add an additional one in there, then if it's which one it is, let's have a look whether you would add in approval element. So put that in there. So here we have this stage. This is sent to the most probably the line manager. Let's have a look. Oh no, let's look in there. So it goes to approving voters. In this case, they all go to the same person. You can specify that so it's going to be your line manager rather than a fixed person. But once that person's if they reject it, it goes down this route here. If they approve it, you can have then a second stage in here, and you can populate that. So I can have an additional person in here. Let's put that person in, and then you can add in the content you want the message to say. So this has been approved by the line manager. We now need you, HR manager, to approve this. So you add your content of the message in there, and then you can duplicate these modify element items in here, pop them into these here, so that should it be approved, maybe you'd want to change that, because actually it's not going to change the status to approved probably at that stage. You probably want to actually move that down to there, probably move that down to there as well. So only when it gets approved at this stage and then approved at this stage does it actually change the status of the workflow. Okay, we don't have any more questions. But yeah, we don't seem to have any more questions. If you want to post a question in quickly, we'll answer it. Otherwise, if you want to register for webinars, if you go to interface.com/webinars, or in fact, if you go to Bitrix24.com, bottom of the homepage there, you can register for webinars that we run each week on a Monday. And if you want notifications about live sessions, then subscribe on YouTube and click the bell notification button, and you'll receive a notification when we go live. But I think we'll close it for today. Thanks for your time.